here with Jay Baruchel, who plays Hiccup, and America Ferrera, who plays Astrid. So how are you guys today?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Good, thanks for asking.
Of course.
My first question is, can you both please describe a little bit about your character?
You should start.
Yeah, all right. So I would say Hiccup, especially in this movie, is a kind of a reluctant leader. You know, if you've seen the other two films, you know that he kind of had a hard time fitting in with the society he was born into. And at this point, when we pick up this story, he is kind of in charge of running that society and dealing with a whole host of issues that come with that. And you find out that everything he's been fighting for, everything that he's fought through two movies to preserve, which is this kind of paradise where Vikings and dragons coexist, that's all kind of flipped on its head in this one, and Hiccup has to ask himself if that's actually the best thing for everyone involved.
And Astrid has always been sort of a natural-born leader, on the other hand, and is very brave and courageous and good at most things. And her relationship with Hiccup starts out with a lot of conflict and tension in the first film, and their relationship evolves, and by the third movie they're true partners, and they bring different things to the way that they lead, and she isn't reluctant about her leadership, and she also really believes in Hiccup as a leader, and helps him see how he has everything he needs to become the leader he's meant to be.
And can you please tell me, what do you do to help you get into your role? Because I know it's hard because they're animated characters. So what helps you to really embrace their personality and convey it?
Well, I think it starts with, we have a very good director who also writes these. And so the entire story, all of the spirit of it, starts in his heart and his head. And so getting to work with him, he kind of tells you everything. He tells you what it's going to look like and what he wants it to sound and feel like, and where it's coming from. And sometimes they even will go so far as to actually show us artwork or scenes that have been roughly animated so we can have a sense of it. But really, it's just about using your imagination, because there's no costumes, there's no makeup, there's no lights and camera. You're just in a booth with a microphone, so it forces you to use your imagination in a really fun way.
And even though you can't see us, like our facial expressions or what we're doing with our body, I find like it's easier for me to sound like Astrid when I embody her, when I put her in my body. And she's someone who's like very much in her body, and she's strong, and she's kind of ready to drop kick anyone at a second's notice. So, you know, most of the time, this might be too much information, I take my shoes off and in the recording, and I stand firm on my feet, because I feel like that's how Astrid would stand. And I feel like her voice comes from like deep down. She's not like someone who walks around sort of hesitant about the things she's going to say. So I think a big part of sounding like the character is embodying the character.
Thank you so much for talking.
Likewise, thank you for coming.
Thank you, Jolene.
Hi, we're here with Craig Ferguson.
That's right, yeah.
Who plays Gobber. So how was your day today?
It's lovely, Jolene. Thank you very much for asking. I'm promoting a film which I really like. So, you know, I'm enjoying it.
Can you please tell us a little bit about your character?
Yes, I play a character called Gobber the Belch, and what he is, he's an old-fashioned Viking who used to be frightened of dragons, but through listening to young people, gets to realize that dragons are not bad, but actually good, and our friends.
That's good. And what were some challenges you faced while voicing your animated character?
Well, sometimes it's quite difficult when it's not hard to say the words, but they will say things like, if your character gets hit over the head with a hammer, you have to make the noise that someone would make when they get hit over the head with a hammer. I've never been hit over the head with a hammer, thank goodness, but this is the noise that I imagine someone would make. Oof. You see?
And what was your favorite scene from the film?
I think when Toothless and the Light Fury, his girlfriend, they go flying through the clouds, and it's so beautiful. It's just such a lovely thing. I think that's probably it for me.
And I heard that this is the last film of this series.
Mm-hmm.
So, for the ending, is it emotional? Do the audience members need to bring tissues for it?
Yes, they do need to bring tissues for it. I started crying round about when the movie started, and then just cried all the way through. It is emotional. It's lovely. It's a lovely, lovely film.
And can you please give us like a little bit of your voicing? So like, can you say the lines? Can you say like, "Oh, hiccup, come back" in your voice?
Oh, hiccup, come back! There you are.
Thank you so much.
That'll be $1 million. Yes, it will. No, it will. I'm kidding. $1 million.
It's time. Not a word.